park in the meantime. South of the river you stop and you hold everything. That winter sea, it's over fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music play. Yeah. You step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Hey, no hope. South of the river you stop and you hold everything. Competition in other places. I just love this song. Hey guys, love you too, man. We're the sultans of swing. It's Dire Straits Day today. Officially for me. Volkan from Turkey, how you going, mate? He knows all the chords. I love that line too. Man, he's strictly rhythm. He doesn't want to make a crowd. He's singing it, you know. I'm gonna adjust this slightly so I can be a bit it's really it. And an old guitar is all he can afford. Gets up under the lights to make it play. With the Sultans on another one. Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. Got a backing track today. I just love the tone of this. Fingerstyle for this one. We'll give it a go. Tins of swing. I do this acoustic as well. We'll just mix it up today. Tribute to Dire Straits to Mark Knopfler. He's not dead, don't worry. Hey Ryan. Something like that. Crowd of young boys fooling around in the corner, drunk and dressed in that best brown baggies and that platform sauce. Don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. We're the Sultans. Oh no, I got another one. Oh no, we're the Sultans of swing. This might be the next solo, I think. Let's have a look. So we go. No, that's another verse. What do we got? Oh, we got one more verse. It says at last, it says the time bell rings. Still just off the cuff. Good night. Now it's time to go home. And it makes it fast. With one more play. I'm caught up in cables here. And the Sultans. With the Sultans of swing. We've got the big solo now, guys. Are you ready for this? Should we do it? Should we do it? Here we go. Not quite. we got now? Oh, there we go. Backing track and everything I just found on YouTube. I thought I'd have a quick go at that. Last minute thing, guys. How is everybody doing? Wherever you are. I'm sorry, I'm going to adjust this camera because I'm last minute adjustments for this guitar right now. Dire Straits, how do you think, guys? Bit of a Dire Straits Mark Knopfler theme today. I was going to wear a headband and some, what do you call it? Sweatbands, wristbands, and get right into it. But one thing led to another and I ended up being a bit busy. I'm sorry about that, guys. Oh, nice. So how's everyone doing? Good? So what time is it where you are, guys? Let me know where you are and what time it is. That'll be kind of cool to know. And sorry, I'm going to do that weird camera thing because the camera's now down here depending on where I put my... Oh, that's the camera. So I'm going to be doing a few Dire Straits songs. My voice is a bit croaky, so it's perfect for Dire Straits because, as you know, Mark Knopfler records all his vocals first thing in the morning with a microphone hanging over his bed with a glass of whiskey and a cigarette. I don't know if he does that, but it sounds like he does that if you listen to him. Sounds like he's just woken up, man. Way on down south. So we're going to have a listen. Oh, what's request time? I've only got a few songs I actually sing of Mark Knopfler. So, George, it's 4 AM in China. Dude, you're up at 4 AM. 3 PM in Ontario. I figured out if I tap the screen, apparently that... Oh, yes. No, that's good. That David, 3 PM Ontario. That's not bad. That's actually a good time, isn't it? Justin Taylor, was it 8 o'clock, is it? Hang on, I'm trying to figure that out phonetically. 8 o'clock in England. That's not bad. That's not bad. 1:51 AM. It's almost midnight. Nice one. Is it Anuj? Chris, snowy and grey in Chicago. Dude, wintertime. Well, it's actually grey and miserable here in New Zealand today too. Even though we're in paradise here. It's been raining. It's not bad though. It's not miserable. So yeah, hopefully, is that coming through, guys, tone-wise, like loudness? I might just angle that down so you're probably more interested in my guitar playing than my face. I'm just going to do a little bit more of that sort of stuff. Nice, 23. Oh, almost it's getting late in Turkey as well. George, could you make a video on the 5 pentatonic positions? Oh, dude, I'm totally into doing that, actually. Doing all the pentatonic positions. Speaking of pentatonic, there's some cool stuff in this guitar solo. It's in the key of D minor, so this is something to swing we're talking about here. And he straight away starts a solo in the first position. No, straight there. That little solo there, that little start of it's so cool. But he does this cool riff like it. He does it with his fingers, doesn't he? That one. Just moves to the second shape. Then he does this riff here. This is the hardest riff of the whole song, in my opinion. That's how I learned it anyway. It was like because I learned it all from listening to it, because we didn't have the internet when I first figured this song out. So, oh hey, thanks for that sound advice there, George. That's awesome. So that riff there is kind of cool, but it's hard. It's the hardest riff. People think this is the hardest riff. That one there, the fast one. That's flashy and clever and amazing and it's exciting, but the actual hardest one I think is it. Oh, sorry guys, my stand just fell over. Couldn't believe that riff I did. And I'm just going to adjust. Hopefully don't get rid of you guys yet. We're still there. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. It's a bit of a funny stand of using you guys on. Oh, it's going to do it again. It totally is. Oh, no, we're good now. So yeah, that riff there, that's the weirdest one. That's so hard to do, that one there. Too much rock and roll for the camera, I know. So yeah, great, and I love that tone he has with the that sort of strat tone he has. I'm going to adjust that so you're better in the shot. And so when I'm learning that was just, of course, basic chords. I did something like that, I think. So, but my favourite part actually is the live version of the song, where it does this breakdown. It does this 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3. Just keeps doing those chords. So the live version of that back in the 80s, and then they've got this. He does this beautiful line. It goes. But finger style, so it's even cooler. That's it. What a beautiful line. He's just such a melodic songwriter, guitarist. It's just, love his stuff. So I'm gonna have another go at another one. Let's do, I'm gonna play the acoustic for this next one. Excuse me getting up and down. It doesn't look very professional, does it? I'm gonna get rid of this thing as well because that's in the way. Gonna get my acoustic. And so my favourite album was Brothers in Arms. And I didn't really know how to play guitar, I just knew how to play the tennis racket. And yes, we'll definitely be doing Money for Nothing at a bit later on there. But there was this song, the first song on the album. I think it was the first song on the album. All those Dire Straits fans will know what I'm talking about. Here I am again in this mean old town, and you're so far away from me. Where are you when the sun goes down? Yeah, you're so far away from me, so far away from me, so far I just can't see, so far away from me. You're so far away from me. Alright. Anyone out there know this song? So yeah, that was So Far Away. I love that song. I used to listen to the bass note, that doo doo doo. Start of the song would start with that. It's such a good song. Oh, hey, cheers, David. Love that song too. Oh, I love that song as well. And in this version of it, by the way, if you're looking for a cool tip, I'm actually not doing full bar chords. Like, it looks like I'm doing an A and a B, right? So I'm doing like the normal bar chord, but I'm actually lifting the bottom part of my hand off. So I'm actually not barring fully. I'm just playing the top note, and I'm letting the bottom 2 strings ring. These. So it sounds like 2 guitars, and the A and B become, yeah. So it's kind of a bar chord, but it's not. We're lifting it and doing some cool stuff with it. That's just power chords. Then open. And the E I do at the end is kind of nice. Instead of doing an E, standard E, I'm doing like an E little finger over to the ninth. So my 3rd finger comes off, and I play, instead of the 2nd fret on that same string, I play the 4th fret, which is on the 4th string. And it gives me that note there, which ends up kind of a sting sounding chord. Like. Yeah, real stretchy, big time stretchy shape, isn't it, Kevin? Like, my thumb has to go way, way low to get that. There's no way I can get that without dropping my shoulder and doing... First when I did that shape, I didn't think it was real because it was so crazy. And then eventually I got to get better at it. And what happens is you can actually straighten up later on as your fingers get used to that distance. So believe me, that happens. But when I first did bar chords even, I was like, how does that work? I was down here and my fingers were all scrunched up, and I'm going, how does that accord? That makes no, I'm giving up tomorrow. And then I just persevered and managed to figure out a way of doing that. But yeah, So Far Away. Anything cool I did with that song, I'm trying to think of it. sort of variations on chords. So in the other ninth chord, if you're interested in night and chords, guys, the other E major 9 chord, well, I call it E major 9, it's probably not. Some guy out there will go, oh, I think you'll find it's actually blah, 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 blah. It's not, but it's the other one is this one here, which is, there's only 3 strings played in this. It's an E9 still, E major 9. Third finger is going to play 11. First finger plays 9. Third little finger plays, fourth finger plays 11. So it's like 11, 9, 11. It's a little 11, 9, 11 shape. And we end up with this beautiful sounding chord with all these open strings. And I've used that in a lot of stuff. You might have seen some videos where I do that sort of stuff as well. So, up for another song, guys. Have you got any other questions you want to ask me? I know I did apparently advertise this for tomorrow. I've had all sorts of issues trying to put in the time for this event. I'm still coming to terms with the whole live streaming thing, and I typed it all in New Zealand time, and it came up with a new time that I wasn't aware of, that on a new day. So I had like 5 goes at trying to get it right, and there's some sort of setting that's not right, I think, within YouTube or within my own computer. We'll figure it out on my phone. I'm going to play a random one, guys, and there is the popular songs, of course, the ones that everybody knows. But this is one that actually from the same album, from Brothers in Arms, and I just fell in love with it over time because it had this Celtic country thing going on. It's called A Man's Too Strong, and I'll play like my version of it because I'm not actually not brilliant at it. It's got this sort of vibe. But I can't really play it properly without stuffing it up, so I just do like a picked version of it. So. Well, I'm just an aging drummer boy in the wars I used to play, and I've called it June to many a torture session. Now they say I am a war criminal and I'm fading away. Father, please hear my confession. It's called Man's Too Strong. Now I've legalized robbery, called it belief, and I've run with the money. I have a head like a thief. I have rewritten history with armies and macros, invented memories. And I did burn all the books, and I can still hear his laughter, and I can still hear his song. The man's too big, the man's too strong. I just love that song. There's so much going on in it. So, hey, friends, song name? Yeah, it's called The Man's Too Strong. The man is too strong, but the man's too strong. Hopefully you guys get that. So it's off the Brothers in Arms album. It's on the second side, I think. I'm just going from memory here when I used to listen to that second side. You guys don't have sides anymore? It's just showing my age big time, I know. Yeah, so that I like that. It's almost got that sort of Dead or Alive sound about it. It's sort of based on a D chord with a melody inside it. Then it goes with like a C add 9. Then it's got a B flat. But you can do a B flat chord really cool there. Hey Graham, how you going? How's Perth looking, dude? Or near Perth, I should say. So we've got like a little finger doing the third fret on a second string, and the first finger doing like a first fret on to do the B flat note. But you've got these 2 middle strings you can just keep open. Same for B minor. You can do like a cheats B minor if you wanted to, instead of doing. Sometimes you can get away with doing like an open. I do it all the time. I'm so lazy. But yeah, it's got that. That's it. The man's too strong. You got it, Auckland. Got that sort of Dead or Alive, that it's all the same. only the names will change every day. And you can see, if you listen, it's kind of the Celtic influence. People out there going, stop, why did you stop? People going, the Celtic influence and the country influence. You can see how they kind of cross over real strong. And the Celtic thing really creeps into the country music quite a bit. So yeah, a lot of similarities. When I was playing in Irish bands, I used to think that a lot of the songs were just pretty much just country songs, were just Irish songs with the cowboy hat, really. So you can see the similarities big time, but obviously other influences as well. So that's that one. And I know a lot of you guys. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, Graham. I thought you were another Graham. I thought you were one of my students, dude. Nice to see you in England. So it's getting late in England, I understand. I think our All Blacks are over there at the moment. So I'm going to play you another song. Oh, dude. Oh, no worries. Thank you so much, Kevin. That's awesome, dude. I don't even know how you did that. $2. I hope there's nothing I have to do to make that happen, is there, so that you guys... Oh, that's all good. Cheers for that, Kevin. So, lots of cool songs we could be doing today. Now, everyone probably wants me to do the original version of Romeo and Juliet because it's got all that cool tuning going on. But I haven't got a spare guitar to tune up around me at the moment because everything's packed away because I had a gig. But I can do an averagely bad version of that one. When you used to play songs on your listen, oh, hey, that's a good idea, actually. So I'll let you know all the songs. I'll do my best to let you know all the songs that I'm doing and stuff, and how I'm doing them, and what the names of them are, and what albums they come from, and things like that. So this song, normally, this is Romeo and Juliet. I'm going to do it a little bit lower than normal. Oh, what was that? Someone saying, I've got to tap my screen, sorry, to see comments. There we go. How can we send money, Mark? Have you a Patreon? I do have a Patreon. And just do a super chat. It's easy. Oh, cool. So what does that mean when you do a super chat? I'm sorry, I'm so new to this. I know there is cool stuff you can do, and money goes to my account. I have no idea if that works that way or goes to YouTube. And if you want to go to my Patreon, or you can go to my PayPal, and it's all on the Facebook page. You can figure all that sort of stuff out. Mark the Guitar Guy, and that's the coolest way to get in touch. And if you want to send some money or anything like that and support me, so thank you very much, guys. It's awesome. It's awesome. So I'm kind of blown away by that. This stuff just blows me away sometimes. You do some cool stuff like this with YouTube, and you get little rewards like that. So I'm going to do Romeo and Juliet for you. I'll do a little bit of it because it's a long song, but one of my favourite songs of all time, and it's the most beautiful song. I'm just going to do it with a capo on the 2nd fret and do it in D shapes. It's normally, of course, open tuning. If you know the song, it's a lot of open tuning stuff. But we're just going to we'll do like a different version, but I'll use the pick as well. Love-struck Romeo sings the street a serenade, laid everybody low with a love song that he made. Finds a street light, steps out of the shade, says something like, you and me, babe, how about it? Juliet says, hey, it's Romeo. Nearly gave me a heart attack. Underneath the window she's saying, hey, a lot of boyfriends, but you can come around here singing up at people like that. Anyway, what you gonna do about it? Think of that. Juliet, the dice was loaded from the start, and I bet you exploded in my heart. I forget. You know the movie song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong, Juliet. back to the bit right at the end, and just those two chords. Oh wow, it brings me back as well, this song, Graham. I was in the army when this I found this song, and I used to listen to it over and over and over and over, and that was probably on tape, believe it or not. And it would have been about 1992 that I discovered this. Like the original, not the original version, it was actually the live version, which is my favourite, and it has this great breakdown of this section with a great guitar solo in it. Oh, thank you for that, Keita. Keita's upstairs, she's obviously listening in, she's decided to, she's the intelligent one that knows how all this works. And I said to her, can you just help me out if something goes on, or just let me know. Of course there was a girl involved, Graham. She might not have known it at the time, that was probably the problem, but and it's the bit that goes like this. You and me, babe, how about it? You and me, babe, how about it? It's probably a bit higher than this. How about it, Keita? Anyway, it goes on and on. I love playing along those two chords. It's got a G and an A, and then you've got this beautiful little shapes that you can do within that. So all I'm doing is, if you've ever seen my awesomizing stuff, and I'm doing a little bit out of tune actually, I might have to tune that up. You've got these little notes within the G chord. Here's my G. If I release, I'll just leave the two middle strings, release the outside fingers, they can actually play it. Like there's these notes like the 0, 2, 3, sorry, 0, 2, 4 on different strings. So there's three strings there in the middle of the guitar that you can use 024s for, meaning 024, 024, 024. It's within the G chord. And you can pull off to zeros. And then you got an A. Obviously I've known it for a long time, so I've figured out where there's some cool stuff within that, so it's definitely out of tune, isn't it? I'm gonna give it it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Good enough for you guys. How rude. So that is that song. I'm gonna jump on the electric, I think. Let's do some electric stuff, yeah? You guys having fun, I hope? I'm having fun playing my old favourite stuff that I grew up playing a tennis racket to, and the shirt's falling apart. Right, let's get some distortion going. So, here's my amp set up over here. Oh, can you see that? Maybe not. You can just see that over there. I'm just going to adjust the sound to make a Mark Knopfler tone. So what I'm going to do now is put on some distortion on this bad boy, and then put a little, oh hey, thanks for that, Mark. Kevin, yeah, it's a nice little Fender, this one. And I'm going to put some distortion on it and try and get a Brothers in Arms sort of style. Actually, we'll do a Money for Nothing sound first, using the wah pedal. So the wah pedal, if you put it on, and once you've got distortion on, and you find the right spot, it takes a while to find, but when you get it, it gets that Mark Knopfler tone. Let's see if we can do that. It feels like a cooking show right now, doesn't it? I'm just going to have a go at seeing if I can get this just as fluffy as we did the other day. Let's see if we got it. I think we nailed it. I might just go a wee bit more just to see what happens. A little bit more. I think that's even cooler. I think that's even cooler. Right. Let's do this. I'm going to get the words just in case I get this wrong, because I'm so average when it comes to lyrics. Alrighty. You have to sleep? No, fair enough, man. Go get some sleep, dude. we'll catch up again. By the way, if any of you guys want guitar lessons, I do Skype lessons, and you probably don't, maybe you do know that, don't know that. Super easy, super cheap, super fun to do. First lesson I still offer for free. So there's a half-hour lesson for free. So you guys can just go to my Facebook page, click on the book now button, and then that organizes, we can organize a time with each other through that. No obligation, of course, to carry on and do anything. I'm not going to spam your email or do anything stupid like that. It's just legit guitar lessons, and I'm really good at diagnosing, so I can listen, look at you guys straight away and listen and be like, oh, okay, if you just did this little change here, and oh, this would be cool if you did this. Anyone out there that's my students of mine that might be listening right now, I've taught about 50 people in the last 6 months, 50 different people using Skype, and of those people I've probably got like 10 or so regular clients, and honestly I'm looking for more. So if you're looking for a guitar teacher and you think that I might be able to help you, it's about what you would pay, pretty much, depending on what area you live in, about what you would pay for a guitar teacher. It's not extreme because I'm on YouTube and it's too much, at least not at the moment. It will go up eventually, but try it out, guys, I reckon. Yeah, we can use FaceTime. Yeah, we can totally use FaceTime. We can use FaceTime or Skype. I like Skype better, if you can just set Skype up. But FaceTime, because Skype, you can record it. You can actually record the whole session and then send it to you straight away. It sends it to you straight away. And then you can just watch it back. And if there's anything you missed or want to see again, it's all there. And plus, I can send you information. I can send, I've got lots of diagrams and different things I can put on there. And so it's another way with Skype. It's so cool. I can just drop it into your message box and it comes up, or I can actually give instructions as well on chord patterns or little things that we discussed, just things for you to remember for the week and that sort of thing. So I'm going to do some Mark Knopfler stuff for you. Now this is going to be classic Mark Knopfler, thumb in front. If you've ever looked at Mark Knopfler, it looks like that, doesn't he, if you watch Mark Knopfler play? And he actually puts his finger there. So let's have, hopefully that sounds pretty close. Now look at them yo-yos, that's what we do. You play the guitar on the TV. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing, get your chicks for free. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Let me tell you, them guys ain't hard. Baby, get a blister on your little finger. Baby, get a blister on your thumb. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators, got to move these color TVs. I just love that. How cool is that? And that tone's pretty close. Of course, if we had a Gibson, that would make it even more Mark Knopfler, wouldn't it? That'd be kind of cooler. And so you find with that tone, it's kind of a muffly tone. Initially I thought it was just a distortion with the tone taken off, like so you dial this tone right down. And it kind of sounded like it until I think I discovered the wah by mistake, and then I saw him do an interview about it, and he actually showed how he just had the wah. I think in the studio the wah was on at a certain spot, and it just made that sound, and he was like, this is awesome, something like that. There was a story kind of cool like that. All the Mark Knopfler stories are amazing, by the way, because he's such a humble dude. He's just he's got a lovely way of talking about the guitar, and you can tell he's still a kid. You can tell he just loves it the same as he did when he was starting to play. That's what I love about him, yeah. And I'm still the same. I still love hearing old tunes that I used to play, like these ones. And that song came out with that intro, and it's built up and built up and built up and built. I want my, with Sting singing I Want My MTVs, and then the build up, lots of noise, lots of this, and then nothing. And then it was just like, I just love that. Just one guitar doing that little intro. And I learnt it, if there's anyone out there listening, I learnt this by the pentatonic scale. I didn't even know what it was, but I figured out, I thought that was the start there, those two fingers there. And bear in mind, I'm probably 12 or 13 years old, and I had an acoustic guitar only, and I probably had it on tape. I probably recorded it from the radio on my little cassette player, and was playing it over and over trying to find that bit, and it was, and I recognised, I did something like that, like it wouldn't have sounded, it would have sounded like, you might have heard that, and it wasn't quite. I did it literally like that with two fingers, like. And I just did it twice. And I actually figured out that all those notes were kind of, you must have heard the Martin Knopfler song Boom Like That. Boom Like That. I don't know if I've heard that one yet, actually. Is it an Knopfler All Night Long? Yeah, it is. It's basically I'm doing a Knopfler tribute thing. Like, he hasn't died, don't worry. It's just I thought every week I might do, or every couple of weeks. By the way, I'm doing this every week at this time, guys, so tune in. And if there's any requests you want to do. But I'm doing kind of paying homage to different guitar players at different times in my life. And I thought I'd start with Knopfler. I'm probably going to do Hendrix, and we'll do a little session on him and maybe break down some of the stuff I did from that. But it's a little bit self-indulgent, but at the same time, I think there's people out there, if you like my playing, you probably wonder where it comes from. And no, that's cool, guys. Do I know? That's all. Thank you for not complaining. And I'm not apologising either. I just want to do it because it's my game. It's my channel, and I want to play Martin Knopfler. How cool, though, would it be for Martin Knopfler actually saw this? He'd probably laugh and go, that dude sucks. But it would be so cool that he even watched it. Wouldn't that be awesome? So Martin Knopfler. So back to the tone and that sort of style with the thumb in front. It really makes you play real different. You get that Martin Knopfler thing happening as soon as you put your thumb in front and fingers back and you play the same string, like just play one string. That's how you get those sort of choked notes, you know, that sort of. And you can hear that tick, tick, tick. Can you play Girls Like You by Maroon 5? No, I don't know if I know that song, man. And does Martin Knopfler do it? No. But I will be doing more of that sort of stuff each week. I won't be just doing one type of music. I will do actual full-on requests, but jumping around the place at the moment. But I do love the idea of doing one tribute to one guitar player. It's kind of just getting into where it comes from and how it influenced either me or how the style of it is just so cool, or even how to do it, which is kind of cool tips that you learn. And that's just the pentatonic scale that I'm mucking around with it. And in G, you can play the G note and then play the two middle strings, and you've already got a G chord. So you can sort of do lots of cool stuff with the groove and lots of stuff in G and just have lots of open notes and stuff in it. And the other one that uses kind of a tone like that. Let's see. Taking your advice and getting A minor pentatonic. Oh yeah, do that. The A minor, any of those pentatonic shapes are so good. By the way, when I say A minor pentatonic, a lot of people think it's only one place to play that, and there's only one way of doing that. But you can actually use that scale wherever you want. So here's A minor, and if I wanted to be in D minor, well, there's D on the top string. There's D minor. So I can be in that key there, which is the key for. Not that tone, but there's this. There's that bluesy version of it. I should come closer so you guys can see that sort of stuff. I hope you guys understand that when you guys do that, because sometimes we miss little points like that. The fact that that scale is, we learn it in A minor because it's easy to learn, because it's easy in the middle of the guitar, and if you have an acoustic or electric, you can play it. So it works. In A minor, if you're going to do that, by the way, if you're going to do, which is Brothers in Arms, of course, which is A minor, and it's got that. And the beauty of fingerstyle for that stuff, if you're using fingers, because I'm a big picker, I'm loving using a pick, but for that one, you really need to use fingers. See the way notes die? Some of the notes aren't even full volume. They're like, they're kind of ghost notes. You kind of use as almost a Latin sounding, that sort of sounding, almost sort of a Carlos Santana style, doesn't he, for that one? I love that tone for Brothers in Arms. And then you can just solo all day long when you've got a nice tone, and it can just ring like that. It's so much fun to use. And so when I'm that fingerstyle stuff, it's so much better with, when I'm using a pick. I love using a pick, like I say. You don't get quite the dynamic that you would if you got using fingerstyle. You've got so much variance in volume if you listen carefully, and I'll do each note slowly. So I exaggerated some stuff there, but the notes are jumping in volume all over the show. So if you measure them in the graph, each note, and they had a little line, they'd all be different volumes and different heights. Which is that whole thing with dynamics. And sometimes I don't even know how much it's going to sound like. It's kind of organic what happens with the right hand, because some notes you hit a bit harder than others, some notes your finger gets stuck under the string a little bit more, and it's kind of a surprise to me what happens when I'm playing those notes. You'll notice John Mayer does that a lot too. He does a lot of stuff with the fingerstyle, and so it creates the different tones instead of just being the boring old tone. So it's kind of cool. But with the pick, it's still cool. So, but there's not as much dynamics. Because the pick's kind of got, it doesn't have just as much softness as a thumb would have. All that fleshiness that can actually pad the string and kind of, and plus you can feel everything with your fingerstyle. You can actually feel it. What? The song from Martin Knopfler. So anyway, I'm just having fun, guys. I do love this Martin Knopfler stuff so much. I tend to overplay when I go and try and play Martin Knopfler stuff. I tend to play way too much, where he just plays what's incredibly necessary and enough. And this, he's so good. Right, enough electric guitar. Better turn the volume off. So guys, I'm going to have to wrap up pretty soon because I've got a Skype lesson very shortly with a good friend of mine, and he is currently in England, and Mustafa, so I'm going to be doing a lesson with him. And so if you guys are thinking about getting lessons, or you'd like to try it out, just try it out for half an hour. I'd love to get to know you. So basically all my students have become, like, in my opinion anyway, just really good friends. We end up having good yarns about all sorts of different things, as well as playing guitar, of course. And I guess they're all the sort of people that if I was in the country, we'd definitely catch up for a drink and do that sort of stuff. Graham, you mentioned you lit the blues. I missed that one. I've somehow got in the habit of picking up being my default instead of down picking everything. Oh man, totally dude, totally. Sorry dudes, I'm just ringing, guys, I'm reading this as I go. I'm a pretty bad reader. Black keys rather than user suspects. Oh cool. So Graham and Kevin, got some long messages there. I'm just trying to read your guys' stuff. I've heard others say, yeah, Sultans of Swing is difficult to play, Rick. Depends what part you want to play and how fast you want to play it, I suppose. That last part's the bit there always. But once you learn the pattern in the right hand, believe it or not, it's actually the right hand pattern that's the tricky bit. If you're doing it with a pick, or if you're doing it with a finger style. I'm not so good with the fingers. The left hand's not too bad to do, but it's one of those songs you kind of need to be a, you know, if you're a martial artist, you'd kind of want to be an orange belt, maybe orange belt, to do that one for Sultans of Swing. But yeah, I better finish up soon, guys, because get ready for this lesson. And I know there's some good questions there. If you've got some questions in the stuff you want to ask me, seriously, just hit me up by going to my channel, my Facebook page. And like I said, click on the book now button. Don't be afraid to do it. And I'm not going to tear you apart and tell you how horrible you are. But I'm really building up my clients for guitar teaching. So if you'd like to be one of those people, you don't have to be, but you can try me out. And yeah, like I said, I'm ending up being like good mates with a lot of these people, and looking forward to catching up with them when I travel around the world. And I'll probably end up going for catch up for dinner and go out for meals and have some fun, and obviously play some guitar. And some awesome results happening too, which is kind of fun to see. I just love seeing it when people have a little light bulb moment where they go, oh my god, I get it, or they play something I never thought they could ever play. So, right, I'm going to sing you out with something. What shall I sing you out with, guys? Oh, we haven't done Walk of Life, have we? Let's do Walk of Life, which is not my favourite song as far as playing goes, but it's fun. So. Every week this time, guys, I'm going to be on. Here comes Johnny singing all these goalies. Be babaloo, baby, what I say. Here comes Johnny singing, I got a woman down in the tunnels trying to make it play. You got the action, you got the motion. Oh yeah, broken play. Dedication, devotion, turning on the nighttime into the day. Do the song about the sweet love of woman. You do the song about the knife. Do the walk. Walk of life, yeah, into the walk of life. You guys have been awesome. It's been so cool. We'll see you guys next time. Every time this week at this stage it's going to be, so lock it in your calendar and I'll try and let you all of you know what's going on. Thank you so much for all your comments. Sorry, I'm looking at the cameras here, but the comments are over there. Yeah, cheers Kevin, cheers Jeff, and good to see you guys, and thanks for all the questions and for the little YouTube money thing where you give money and stuff. I can't remember the name of it. Super chat. Oh, I should probably have another coffee. And I'm going to go and do another lesson now. So, guys, it's been awesome. Oh, cheers. Thank you, Graham. Hey, no worries, Rick. Awesome, guys. Catch you guys all later, yeah? I'm going to push that button and hopefully it stops.